Today is Saturday, August 31st, 2024, the day after LiveHard Phase 2. Yesterday I successfully completed LiveHard Phase 2, and so much like I've done for 75 Hard and Phase 1, just kind of want to give a recap over everything that was done. Again, a huge thank you first off to the 12th C Conditioning, who made the form that I went through and used every single day. Very good stuff, and I really appreciate the time that he took in creating this form. It was very useful, very good stuff, and I think it'll be a good product for folks in the future. Alright, so yeah, I'm not going to go through and read everything that I did for the last 30 days. That would be crazy. But just want to hit the highlights. I started on Thursday, August the 1st, and went all the way through August the 30th, and it's obviously the 31st today. I weighed in first day at 231 pounds. Then the lowest weight I got down to was actually day 28 at 219 pounds. So eating lots of protein and whatever else is probably why I went back up a pound, half a pound or so. But yeah, 231 all the way down to 219 and a half. So that's what, like 11 and a half pounds, almost 12. Not bad for a month, and I feel a lot better. I can fit into some other clothes that I couldn't for a long while. I need new pants now, so yeah, I had to make myself a new belt this month also, just because the one I had was way too long. And I could have just punched more holes in it. It's a leather belt that I make, but then it would like start to continue to wrap around my body. I didn't want to do that. So I ended up taking 30 different progress pictures, and you should be seeing the evidence of that right now. So like with Phase 1, in Phase 2 I didn't show the evidence of that every single day. You just kind of had to take my word for it, but you should be seeing it there on the screen. I did a total of 60 45-minute workouts. All right, I rucked 30 different times. I ended up doing hundreds of push-ups and a lot of planks. A lot of running, a lot of laps, a lot of injuries on my calves, but that's okay. I kept on going with it. Actually, real quick, like I didn't write down how many push-ups and such or sit-ups I did the first few days. There it was 105, so it was actually early on. So I don't know, maybe I did 100 push-ups the first day, but I know when I alternated every other day, I added 5 push-ups. So I have done, what is that? Over 100 each time. I've probably done close to 2,000 push-ups over this month. Not as many sit-ups because I started out at a lower amount there. But yeah, if I'd have thought it through beforehand, I would have added all that up before I went over this video here. But I can tell there's changes in my chest and arms and everything with the workouts that I've done. So I was very pleased with that. Ended up drinking over 30 gallons of water over this time, and of course after I finished my gallon of water, I'd quite often have something else to drink. It was water. We have a lot of like 0-calorie little powder things to put in there. We'd have some unsweet tea that we could also put powder stuff or like the liquid squirty squirt things in. So I treat myself to some of that stuff in the evenings if I got done with my water early enough in the day. So got that done. As far as I know, I maintained my diet, keeping myself under the hard limit of 30 grams of carbs per day. I've done that today also, just because again, some things I've talked about previously, I'm not going to reward myself for this accomplishment with the things that got me into the bad situation to begin with. All right, so this is just part of my life now. I did go for a walk today, not two, and such, but just trying to stay active. All right, I even did a couple curls today. All right, so I figured like working on the shoulders and triceps and stuff. I've been neglecting the biceps, and I know it's normally the deltoids and triceps that make your arms look good. It's not really the biceps, but I feel like it's disproportional at this time, so I feel like I need to do a few curls just to kind of offset some stuff, but whatever, who cares? I guess I'm being vain. Father, forgive me for that. So yeah, diet, progress picture, water, workouts. I started reading, or I was reading, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer. All right. So after I read this, I believe I went to the mom test. Then I made my way through Start Your Own Corporation, and I'm currently on Fail Not Fail. All right. So reading more than 10 pages per day. I got through a lot of stuff that I really wanted to, and it's some things that I kind of need to know more quickly than I realized as far as my business stuff. So yeah, it's been good. Read through the Proverbs over this month. It was good stuff. I really took my time, tried to highlight some things, and later on, I guess, let's see, started sharing like general things on day 4, not reading specific verses, I don't think. Let's see. It looks like it was chapter 15, so halfway through that I started sharing individual verses. So yeah, there we go. Like I said, I like the sustain, the improve, the change type kind of stuff. I kind of told you that I kind of combined improve and change because I felt like those go hand in hand. Obviously didn't have any alcohol. I've never drunk alcohol, so that wasn't really a big deal. To my knowledge, I didn't cheat on the diet, all right? Never tried to sneak anything just because that stuff is poison to me, all right? The way I stay off of medication and everything with my blood sugar and the diagnosis I've been given over a year ago, I have to eat right, all right? Otherwise, I have to be on pills, and I don't want to do that. And I don't think I made excuses, especially not with the phase 2. I was able to get my personal tasks done every day except for the last day. I just ran out of time. If I'd had till sundown, I could have gotten all my stuff done. But yeah, so no excuses. I took the L that day, but winning 29 out of 30 days in a month, that's pretty darn good. All right, that's a good record there, and still room for improvement though. All right, so phase 2 is done. All right, with 75 hard, I started that on December 22nd, 2023. If I'd have failed any of those days, I would have had to start over with 75 hard. At any time, you can pick up with phase 1. I waited a couple months, but I stopped making excuses and just got after it. Kind of the end of May into June-ish. And then you have to wait a minimum of 30 days between phase 1 and phase 2. And so with it being close to the end of June when I finished phase 1, I figured, all right, August 1st, that's going to be a good time to start phase 2. And it was. This has been an intense month. It's been difficult. And all that remains is phase 3. All right, phase 3 is the most challenging of the 4 total phases of the LiveHard program. So let me read to you the things that I will have to do for phase 3. Just so you know, phase 3 must start 30 days before the calendar date that you started 75 hard. So like I just said a couple minutes ago, I started 75 hard on December 22nd. So that means I must start phase 3 on November 22nd. And then I got 30 days. And in those 30 days, all right, I have to choose a diet and stick to it. Just like standard. No alcohol in that. I have to drink a gallon of water per day. I have to work out twice a day for 45 minutes with a 3-hour gap. I have to read 10 pages in an entrepreneurial self-help business type book. All right, I have to take a daily progress picture. Critical task number 6. Add 3 critical tasks to my power list. So the 5 things that I'm doing every day, I have to add 3 more to it. So I'm going to put up 3 fingers for that. All right. Critical task number 7, take a 5-minute cold shower again. All right. Critical task number 8, this is the one that's going to be super hard. Talk to a stranger every day. Talk to a stranger. It's got to be a meaningful conversation, all right? It's not a text or anything like you have to actually talk face to face with someone. So let's see. There's no challenge. You can talk straight. So yeah, I'd have to read a whole thing, but I'm pretty sure it is in person, a meaningful conversation, not just a hi or a hello. And then critical task number 9, perform 1 random act of kindness. Yeah. So the 5 things for 75 hard, 3 items added to my power list. All right, power list is already 5 items now, so add 3 to it. Take a cold shower, talk to a stranger, then 11, do an act of kindness. So those 11 things plus the 5 that are on my power, so that is 16 things I have to get done every single day, starting November 22nd. And if I fail any part of phase 3, you don't start over with phase 3. You start over with the LiveHard program. So that means I'll have to start 75 hard all over again. I'm nervous about this, all right? I don't know how I'm going to get my stuff done. The thing that seems the most time consuming to me is the talking to a stranger. I don't live close to people, all right? I just don't. So every day, even on Shabbats, I have to talk to a stranger. I have to talk to someone I don't know, all right? I don't know how I'm going to do that, all right? And the consequences of failing any one of these days is much more severe than failing any of the other days in the LiveHard program. So yeah, if I fail, I'll tell you on a video, I guess, and then I'm not going to make a whole nother diary of stuff. But if I have to repeat 75 hard, phase 1, phase 2, because I've failed phase 3, I'm not going to remake videos of those, but I may pick up and make phase 3 stuff if I have to redo it. But my goal is to not to have to redo it. But yeah, that's going to be challenging. So by that time, I need to have my wake up time nailed down and solid. I know if you've been following along, that was a thing. That was my improve item almost every single day. All right, I need to get better at waking up. That's hard for me, super hard for me. But that's okay. I'm going to keep working at it. But I really can't sleep in past 5 if I'm going to be able to get all that stuff done. All right. So yeah, I've made it this far. I'm ready for the challenge, and I have September, October, most of November to get ready. So almost 3 whole months to keep improving myself with what I've learned so far about mental toughness through the LiveHard program. I have that amount of time to get me ready so that I can accomplish phase 3. Yeah, that's a lot. But if, like I did with 75 hard, like I've done with these other things, if I purpose in my heart that I will get this stuff done, I know that I can. I just have to make it happen. All right. So thank you for joining me for these daily check-ins. Hopefully they add value to you. Hopefully they are a blessing to you in your journey, because mental toughness is a requirement to survive the greater exodus. If you've never intentionally put yourself through hard things, if you don't have a habit of overcoming and getting your stuff done through hard times, how can you expect to survive the Greater Exodus? How can you expect to be any better than the children of Israel the first time when they were inconvenienced? Their first thought was to complain. If it's hot outside, do you always have to mention it? Do you always have to mention how tired you are, how inconvenient stuff is? Do you even know when you complain or not? See, these are things we, as God's people, need to improve upon. It's not going to magically happen. We have to be training for this. That's why I'm putting myself through this. That's why I'm dedicating so much time to these little videos, because you're joining me on my journey, because I realize the necessity of this, and I have found this method, this process, all right, is laid out in this book, to be the means of becoming more mentally tough. Because when the time comes for us to be in the wilderness, according to Ezekiel 20, that's when the separation of the sheep and the goats is going to happen. And I want to be one of the sheep. I don't want to be one of the goats. All right? I don't want that for you either. But we're going to have to work hard now. You need to work hard, take personal accountability for yourself now. Become mentally tough. And the only way to do this, put yourself through hard times and do hard things and still get your stuff done. And do it every day. Without excuse. All right? So that's my encouragement to you. That's been my journey through phase 2. Thank you so much for joining me for these daily check-ins. I pray that you're blessed.